Alright, so welcome back for another video. Today I'm going to show you how to build your own soil probe, and I'm going to show you how to do a DIY soil test to see what your soil is made of. Now, I've never done a soil test myself, so this will be learning for all of us. But let me know in the comments below if you've ever done a soil test and what the results were. Alright, so if you're new to lawn care, you may be asking yourself, what is a soil probe and why would I want to do a soil test? Well, a soil probe is a tool that you would stick into the ground, and you want to pull up cores that look like this. Now, in regards to a soil test, you do one of two things. You can do what I'm going to show you today. You can do a do-it-yourself test that'll show you how much clay and other materials are in your soil. Or you can send your core samples away and get yourself what's called a soil savvy kit. And what this kit does is it measures what's actually in your soil in regards to nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potassium. If you haven't done it, I highly recommend it. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel, or this is the first time you're doing a soil test, make sure you hit that thumbs up and make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss anything. Alright, so there's a bunch of different soil probes that are on Amazon you could buy. Some of them get quite expensive. So today I'm going to show you how to make one for about $15. So let's get to it. So what I'm going to show you how to build is this right here. So this is a soil probe. You put this end into the ground, the core comes up here, and you remove that core. It's really easy and quick to make, so let me show you how I did it. So what you're going to need is a hacksaw, a Sharpie to mark your line, a tape measure to measure, some PVC glue. And what I did was just buy a standard length of 3/4 inch PVC pipe. So what I did is I measured out 2 feet. So I cut this one here to 24 inches. I cut these two to 6 inches each. These will be the handles. And you've got your T connector here. So what you do here is take some PVC glue. Okay, put some on the outside. What you want to do is put some on the inside here and press that on. Okay, do the same thing to the other side. Okay, there's your handle. Alright guys, there you go. That's this part here. Now you're going to want to let this dry for a couple hours, and then I'm going to show you what I did with the one I've already made to show you how I put the angle on and how I cut out the middle section there. Alright, so all I did was take my chop saw, I set it to a 45-degree angle, lined it up, and brought it down and chopped it off into an angle. Now, the reason why you want an angle like this is just to make it a little bit easier when you're pushing it into the ground. Okay, now in regards to this center section here, you want to make it wide enough so you can actually pull the core out. So what I did was I just took my disc grinder with a little cutoff wheel on it. I mean, I'm trying to show you here. And you're just going to, here, let's do it this way. You're going to come down and cut, and then you just simply cut down the center and you can cut out and cut out. All right, and then what I used was a little screw here with a wide head on it, and I used that to force that plug up the channel. All right, so now that we have our soil probe, let's get outside and start pulling some cores so we can get to the second part of our video, which is DIY soil test. So now that we collected all our core samples, now it's time for the soil test. So we're going to take a regular Lawn Daddy mason jar, and we're going to fill it up about halfway with the soil samples, and then we're going to fill the rest of it up with the water. fill it up with some water. Okay, now what you want to do is shake it up until all the soil has broken down, and then we're going to let it sit for a couple hours and we'll see what we got. So it's been a few hours now, and from what I see here, it's telling me exactly what I thought it was. My soil is made up of, majority of it is all clay. You can see here, the light stuff floats to the top, so that's just like your little bits of grass and other materials. The water filters all the heavy stuff down to the bottom, like your clay. And then in the middle, you kind of have your kind of silky materials, like, you know, your heavier soils and your sand and stuff like that. So I thought this would be a nice little test that you could do to figure out kind of what's in your soil. So yeah, there you go, guys. Alright guys, so that test showed that my soil is mainly made up of clay. I'll put a link down in the description to a website where it kind of shows you the pros and cons to different soil types, different compositions of soils. In regards to the clay soil will hold in the nutrients. Yes, they'll hold in the water. The downside to it all is you risk having a little bit more compaction. You can get a little bit waterlogged. So this test just kind of helps you bring awareness to what you have and maybe take some different steps to have some different results in your yard. Alright guys, so that does it for this video. I hope you like my DIY soil probe and soil test. Thanks so much for watching and have a good day in the lawn. Here's my updated sticker collection. If you don't see yours on here, well then let's sticker swap. Leave a comment down below and put the word #sticker swap.